Hey, Aquarius, welcome. I'm doing What's Their Secret tonight. So it's a new series. I've never done it before. We're going to explore it together. The idea is to know maybe what the person on your mind, what they're, how they are that you're not aware of, what they might be harboring inside in terms of emotion or thought. Who knows? The tarot will decide what it wants to show you that's secret about them. So let's just dive in. Aren't we all curious? Let's see what your person is keeping to themselves. I prefer pop-outs, so please be patient. Of course, if no card wants to come out, I will pull. They're really hiding their secret pretty well here. They don't want it to come out. Okay, Aquarius, we're actually going to have to dig in. Let's do that. Let's go for it. I will pull 6 cards. So the Hangman, the 3 of Wands in reverse, the Empress, the 7 of Cups in reverse. Apologies, they don't slide very well. The Moon and the 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the Hangman here is called meditation, interestingly enough. And I'm going to show you the beautiful Empress as well as the Moon. So this person, their secret is to have secrets, right? And many of them actually. I'm sensing here with the Empress and the Moon that this person, Aquarius, is particularly discreet for one, which is a great quality to have. I sense they could come across as reserved, but honestly, I think they really choose what they want to say, who they want to say it to, how they want to say it. So there's something about filtering the information that they want about themselves or about what they're doing, about who they are. And it's sort of an inclination here with the Moon of a tendency to always keep things sort of in the gray, right? Almost like they don't want to be either too much in the light or too much in the dark, basically. I think they enjoy the mystery. They enjoy appearing enigmatic. I'm not sure if it's only like part of their persona or if it's truly just the way they operate in terms of like being fully like this, like almost like unconsciously, right? Just that's how who they are. Even the Hangman energy is about keeping you guessing, keeping you having to think about it, having to things that linger. I'm not quite sure how to describe this. Never really fully clarifying something, just like giving you like the brush strokes of something, right? Schematically speaking. I'm gonna dig deep about their intentions, right? Because I'm trying to figure out. I think it's really just the way they are. I don't think they premeditate, and I don't think they do it on purpose in terms of. Although I do think they filter the information that they want to put out there, I don't think that they fully do that with an agenda in mind, or you know what I mean, like purposely because of having a goal, an interest, and a hidden agenda, or I think it's just how they are. Almost wishy-washy. Not to say that they fully are, but so the other cards, the three minor arcanas here. The Seven of Cups is in reverse, but the energy of the Seven of Cups would be to really like keep you guessing, keep you in confusion, keep you wondering what it is that they're really interested in and for what reasons. Here it's in reverse. I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to point out the things here first, and then I'm going to explain where I'm going with this. Three of Wands in reverse. Not letting you know what they're hoping for, right? Maybe not even knowing themselves to a degree. This is interesting. I'm picking up that they're not so much interested in forcing life. It's an interesting. I know it's you should never force life, right? You can't. But not even wanting to influence, right, their desires or use the desires to influence any outcome in their lives. There's an energy of going with the flow, so much so that they're almost passive. They like to be carried. They like to be taken, almost like they don't want to take charge themselves. It's an interesting vibe here. Overall, I think it's a hypersensitivity. I don't think this person is able to even deal with any form of pain, of suffering. They don't like things to end. They're the kind of person that they wouldn't want to pick a fight with you at all. Just not to have either the relationship end, or they don't want to experience any hurt, especially not betrayal, right? So they're very they're very good at how do you say, like those skiers, like the slalom, like they're gonna go around things, make sure that they don't hit any obstacles. It's really an energy of going around things and making sure that they're not full on, they're not confrontational, right? Maybe that's easier said. They have a tendency, I have to say, with the Empress and the Seven of Cups in reverse, they have a tendency to enjoy really lavish lifestyle. They love luxury, so they're very, so they are easygoing, but at the same time they have this streak where they like things to come to them and they like the good stuff, and I don't think they like to work too hard to get it. I think they actually maybe have a tendency to want others to provide that for them. Maybe not 100%, but there's a little bit of that here. There's a lot of come to me, I won't go to you energy. I mean, you have the Hangman and the Moon. Even the Empress is about, although she's abundant, it's about attracting and not putting out necessarily. Yeah, this person will have a hard time putting themselves on the line, right? So in a relationship, it's going to be difficult to create any form of, with the Three of Wands, if you talk about the future, they're incapable of discussing the future and planning the future with you. They have this energy where they're not trying to even foresee what it is. They're accepting everything the way it comes. They have this I don't know, merry-go-lucky. No, what is it? Happy-go-lucky kind of vibe to them. Let's see. I'm going to pull one of my makeshift cards here. So if you didn't know that about them, you might have a hard time. So 3 cards came out. It's a little too much, but I'm still going to take them. We have erase, seduction, and vocation. The erase part for me is quite obvious in terms of the wishy-washiness, and I told you they like the gray zones, right? They prefer to erase hurtful memories with the Ten of Swords in reverse, shroud it with the veil of the moon here to make sure that, you know, everything looks pretty with the Empress, you know, and they don't shake anything with the Hangman, you know. They want to stay still. They want everything to stay the same. No conflict, no waves, no... So they're going to brush things under the carpet. This is what the erase energy is. They're seductive. I told you they love a lavish lifestyle. They have a tendency a little bit to luxury and maybe even debauchery to a degree, but don't take it like, you know, they're screwing everything and everyone. But they have this thing where they're very seductive, charismatic, but and so that's the power of attraction that they have with the moon and the Empress. You know, they're gonna really draw you in, but they're not the type to go towards you, right? And in that sense, they might also not be able to share back or give back. The vocation piece here fell under the Ten of Swords, or I've placed it under the Ten of Swords, I should say. Maybe there's something about, you know, especially the Hangman energy where they're highly spiritual. So maybe the beauty of this energy about not planning the future, which you're going to find very difficult, Aquarius, right? You might want to have an idea where you're going in terms of a relationship with this person, but their spiritual side here is almost takes on, like, the vocation is almost like it's tied in obviously to faith and okay, 2 things. So they're gonna they really rely on faith and for the universe to, you know, take control and bring them where they need to be. So it's a beautiful thing as such, but it's a little too much on, okay, I don't do anything ever. But we all know that we, you know, we kind of have to, you know, how do you say, it's help me help you, or it's about, you know, if you want the universe to work for you, you also have to take action to a degree. But this person is not doing that. So they feel maybe that either they have a vocation, they have a job, they have something related to what they feel is a calling. So that could be taking a lot of space in the relationship. And maybe if it's not taking space in the relationship, it is tinting the way they interact in general with anyone, right? Especially in love. Because they have the same attitude towards life than they would towards love, right? Let me just, like, you're here one day, okay, great, I'm happy to share my life, but they're not going to make you feel like you can actually construct or build. You're going to have a hard time feeling like they're investing themselves in the relationship. And not to say that they're not there, they're just, they're not the type to be planning, and they're not the type to be making their desires known, or, you know, they're going to have a hard time like having the conversations to talk about that, right? They're just going to want to be, you know, in the day to day, like which again, it's a good thing, you know, being in the present moments. But you know what I mean, right? It might be a little too much for, in terms of building something as a couple, especially if you want a long-term commitment. I'm going to draw a trinket. You see, this person truly has a vocation. There's something quite beautiful. The trinket says, you were made to make a difference. So I think this person feels like they have a higher calling that might take precedence over the relationship. There's one thing I need to say though. I want to tell you that they're also going to be supportive of you, and they're going to tell you that you, Aquarius, can make a difference in the world. And I think they're going to put the accent on you having your own vocation. But in terms of meshing maybe your love relationship with maybe a partnership, or within the context of you guys having a vocational partnership, right? Something to serve the world, as Aquarian really love in terms of their mission on Earth. They like to know that they're here for a reason, which is true for you, Aquarius. I just don't know if you're going to share that with them. I think you're going to share that in terms of a principle, but not necessarily with them in love. They're a little bit too wishy-washy for you. Okay, I think I've said enough. I think I've explained it enough. So in terms of being what their secret is, it's something that you might not be fully aware of. So the cards are exposing to you just how much this person or how they operate truly at their core. So there you have it. If something resonated, please give me a thumbs up, share the video, or subscribe to the channel, or all three for that matter. Thank you so much. Good night.